Hey, I'm sure you've heard in the age of AI, execution is no more a bottleneck. Instead, there is a new bottleneck. So, I want to show you exactly why this is. If you have not believed this, or if there is something which is what is that AI is making a big difference. So, I want to show you, and I will also show you end of this video a powerful tool we are launching which can actually help you fix the new bottleneck which many people are not realizing. So let's first understand what is this execution is no more bottleneck. See, before the AI, maybe like 2024 or something like that, execution was a bottleneck. When I say execution means for anything to do, we have three steps, which is you got to have certain idea or a product problem statement, then you got to plan something, how to develop this, and then start executing. So it may be a developer writing thousands of lines of code. That's an execution, right? Or a copywriter spending weeks on marketing campaigns, or analysts working on the Excel sheets, or anything where you involve, right, creating a video or creating a content. All these are execution, and frankly, over the many years, we all know that this consumed the maximum amount of time, right? If I want to write a blog, it was taking a long time to write the blog itself, not the idea, not the planning. If I need to develop a tool, a software tool, not the idea or the planning, but the developing the tool, the coding, testing, all these things used to take a lot of time. Simple website would have seen getting a website developed takes a lot of time than the idea and the planning. Though we need to be spending more time on idea and planning, but since our time was spent on execution, we focused on that. But since the AI, especially since 2025 mid, when the agentic AI got introduced, there is a significant shift in the game. And what is the thing is, execution is now almost free. That means whether you want to write a code or whether you want to generate images, create some marketing content, analyze data, for example, presentations like this, so which is all can be done in minutes, right? Instead of taking weeks, it just takes minutes with AI. So what it means is that there is a new bottleneck. Because the execution gets done, then there is a new bottleneck. The bottleneck is more of how do you execute this? What do you instruct to AI so that it gets executed? Now, this is where a lot of people are struggling. What I see, I've worked with many people. What they do is when they are trying to execute with AI, AI can do a lot of things fast, but if you don't know how to instruct, that is becoming a bottleneck. So what most people are right, like, help me create a presentation, make it better, make it more engaging. This is the kind of instruction, vague instructions are people giving. Now, the instructions what you give is what defines how the AI works. And when you give a vague instructions, what is happening is AI is just guessing what you want, and guessing produces mediocre results. So every machine expects a very thorough instruction, very clear direction. Then only you can get the execution speed, and you can get the output. So any kind of vibes or vague commands is not going to work. What AI wants is clear instructions and context to give. And that's where the new architecture or new this thing is. You have an idea, a problem statement, and then there is a prompt which comes. Now, when I say prompt, it is not just a prompt. Prompt includes many things, as we see. It includes the context, it includes instructions very clearly. And when you develop this prompt, and then the execution is done by AI, which can be ChatGPT, Codex, Claude Code, Gemini. There are various execution tools like video tools. Everything can get created very quickly. So now what is this prompt? This is the bottleneck where most people are struggling. They are not knowing exactly how to do. But AI works when you actually create a prompt contract. What I say, it is when you can develop an instruction which is with a clear goal. What is the success? What are the constraints, hard limits AI cannot cross? There are a lot of things AI can do, but your output, you don't want AI to take up many things. You need to put a clear limits. What is the format? How do you want the output? What are the failures? What breaks the contract? So when you give a clear contract, just like you are giving it to some engineer or you are giving it to some architect, very clear instructions when you give, that's where the AI execution becomes super fast and you get the best output. But then how do you create this kind of prompt? This is not something nobody is teaching it, and I have taught for multiple years how to write a prompt. But what I realized is that there are a lot of significant challenges to write. There is also our own mind doesn't like to spend more effort. We are more busy in executing, so we give some vague prompts. So what is important is to ensure that you create a structured prompt, and so that you don't guess anymore, and execution becomes very clear when you stop guessing to with the AI. And what does that prompt architect includes is that we have developed a product, we have developed an AI coach that takes any simple idea of yours, but it helps you to structure it. So you describe the problem in your own words, even vaguely. That means your top one level idea. But then this coach will help you to come up with the various questions where you need to give an answer, and it will make you to think basically. And once you give those answers, you get a structured contract, a structured prompt, I would say. And this prompt will create you the execution very fast. So you can take that prompt to any tools like ChatGPT, Replit, or anything depending on what you're developing. So this works for content, codes, proposal, presentations, or anything like that. So again, the key is when the prompt becomes precise, AI stops guessing. That's when your marketing content takes just minutes. AI workflows becomes more precise. Reports and strategy becomes more actionable than generic, and tools and agents are working instead of broken. So that's the whole idea of what we are talking about is that, and the difference is not just about the what I call as is not about the AI. The difference is prompt architecture, because everybody is using the same AI tools, right? Everyone has got the Claude, everyone has got the ChatGPT, Gemini. So how you instruct these, that is where the killer difference comes, and this prompt architecture is going to make a big difference. But now, how do you do this? So the key is to remember execution is no longer the scarce resource. Your ideas and instructions are. And for this, as I said, the key thing is we have developed a prompt architect tool itself. And as you see here, so this is a prompt contract architect. So here is where you can select what you want to do. It can be a content, it can be a proposal, it can be a presentation, or an email outreach, AI, image generation, video scripts, anything. And then you start giving it, and it will take you to a guided series of questions. Answer 5 guided questions, and then you will get a ready to use contract. That means ready to use prompt, which you can go to the right tool what you are using, and you will start getting the real results. For example, here is one simple. I want to create an image of me standing and looking into a vast beach. So most people would have just given like this with some of their image, but then they will have never got the right. Whereas now when you use a prompt contract, it will force you to give a lot more details, and then generates a very powerful ready to use prompt, which you can use in ChatGPT or Gemini, something like that, to develop that image what you want. And it also gives you a score how it is ambiguity, measurability, risk and specificity, and all these things. So this tool is something I'm launching in the live workshop. I will demo this tool so on the 7th of March. So join this workshop where you will get an exclusive access to this tool to start working, and we will also give you exactly how you can use this. So this is the game changer if you are really using the AI where you need to upgrade your skills. So go ahead and register for the workshop if you have not yet done, and I will see you in the workshop.